people think that healthcare is a very easy job to do. Being an healthcare worker is the most tedious job that anyone can ever think of. And honestly, it is not for everybody. And it is not just for everybody. The earlier people get to know this, the better for them. And that's going to save them from a lot of trouble. Welcome to Asset Channel. If this is your first time, I want to say thank you for coming, and I want to welcome you to the Global Asset family. You're welcome. Stay tuned. And just as a way of introduction on this channel, what I basically do is to educate people about how to travel, especially to Canada. I'm really precise about Canada because that's where I reside. But I also kind of sometimes pick here and there from UK and other countries. So today I will be talking about the UK. There's a recent occurrence in the UK where 4 Nigerians abused an 89-year-old elderly that was supposed to be in their care. So before we continue, please push the subscribe button. I'm just going to wait and have you push the subscription button, subscribe, share this information, because a lot of people are already in jail because of abuse, because they don't know what it takes to work in countries like UK. A lot of people who just came into healthcare job as a care assistant or healthcare aide, healthcare worker, they just came into this job with in the name of Jagba. We need to Jagba, and the easiest job you can actually get, the easiest means you can Jagba is through healthcare assistant. But what they forget to know is that there is more to just making money from healthcare job than I can see. So push this subscription button, because if they knew, they wouldn't have done what they did, and you could just be saving another carer that is just on the verge or on their way to being in prison or being stopped from working for life in the UK. So push the subscription button and we'll continue. So welcome back. So I'm going to play a video. Like, honestly, I can't even believe that happened. In my wildest dream, if anybody tells me that anyone that is trained in Nigeria, I'm saying trained in Nigeria because we're brought up to respect our elders, we were taught to be compassionate. Like, you don't even need to be a healthcare worker to be compassionate, to be respectful. You know, people move out of their countries and start imbibing things that even some people cannot do. Like, just, I'm going to play this video. Like, I saw this video and I was like, wow, is this for real? So I don't even know what made them think they could do that. I don't know if they were not orientated about what happens in the UK setting. You can't just come and abuse people. Like, you don't even have to be under camera to do the job diligently. I've always told people there is one way to get out of trouble in healthcare job, and that is the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That has helped me in my career. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And always remember that if nobody sees you, there is a eye up there that sees you. There is a eye that sees you from above. Like, how could somebody just do that to an elderly woman, not 20, not 30, 89 years old, fragile, vulnerable, demented woman, a woman with dementia? You know, that was really sad, and I'm so ashamed at this time to be called a Nigerian because of that incident. Now they've gone that way and they're going to block ways for people. And do you know what name they've tagged people, other fellow Nigerians with? This is ridiculous. I'm not going to say much. I just want to play the video, and when you watch the video, put in the comment section what you think. What you think of this video. It is so annoying, it is so disgusting, it is so unbelievable that a trained Nigerian child, where we were brought up with culture and the fear and respect for elders, someone that was brought up in that cultural setting could do that to an elderly woman. You just watch and tell me what you think.
Welcome back to Vile News, ladies and gentlemen, and this story is absolutely horrendous and one that could have been prevented. So, 4 Nigerian health workers have been jailed in Wolverhampton after they were caught on film physically and emotionally abusing an 89-year-old woman. The victim, who had vascular dementia, was unable to speak, so she was actually unable to let her family know what these sick individuals were doing to her. Ami Tunkara, Moranti Adifila, Danny Owen and Bridget Aden were all found guilty and sentenced at Wolverhampton Crown Court. Now wait till you hear the sentencing, this is what will rile you up. So Tunkara and Adifilia, 33 and 43 of Wolverhampton, were found guilty of ill treatment and willful neglect and sentenced on December the 8th to a paltry 4 months in prison, which means they'll serve 2. The other 2 miscreants, Owen and Aidan, 39 and 49, were also found guilty of the same offences and sentenced to 6 months and 4 months respectively. How is that a punishment? How is that a deterrent? It's not. It's basically giving them the green light to do it all over again. You know, and this could have been prevented, but what does the government do? No, the government likes to dish out care worker visas, doesn't it? So they're getting all of these foreigners in to care for elderly people, and then you're getting cases like this.
My boy.
Now, I don't know what you think of that video, but I feel so annoyed. I'm so angry, and I just feel like squeezing those guys. Like, you just look at the other one, even took a pillow and hit an elderly woman. That woman is enough to be your great grandma. You know, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And please, like I said earlier on, healthcare is not for everyone. It is a calling. And there are certain qualities that you need to possess before you can work in healthcare industry. You must be patient. You must be patient, because if you are not patient, you're going to do things like you just saw on that video. You have to be compassionate. Put people in your own shoes. Put people in your shoes. Imbibe the golden rule. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. If you put your mom, your grandma, your brother, your sister under someone's care, and you see them being maltreated, being abused, what will you do? That's the golden rule. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. If that were to be your own mom, if that were to be your own grandma, what would you do if you see somebody doing what you just did to that elderly woman? How disgraceful. How could you do that? How could anybody do that? You have to be compassionate. You need to love the job you're doing. Yes, people say, oh, don't say you don't work for money. If you don't work for money, what do you work for? Don't get me wrong. You work to be paid. But if it's just being paid, that's all you go to healthcare job for. Your way will just be straight to prison. Because these people you are looking after, some of them don't have their mind. What they do, they don't even know. They have dementia. Some have Parkinson. A lot of all these things. They don't even know what they are doing. That's where your heart of compassion should come in. Be compassionate. If you are not compassionate, if you don't like the job, please don't do it. Because you'll just be easily provoked. Because some things they do is not their fault. You have to get that understanding. And by the way, there's what they call consent. When you do care job in foreign countries, there is what they call consent. And what consent just means is that this patient is giving you the right to give them the treatment that they want. And if the patient says no, that is it. If the patient says no, I don't want to be treated. I don't want you to bathe me. I don't want you to feed me. I don't want you to do nothing for me. You don't force food into patient's mouth. You don't force medication into their mouth. You don't force them to bathe them. All you just have to do, just call your line manager or call your supervisor, call your team lead and tell your team lead this person is refusing care. I know some team lead will say, oh, just try. Just tell them you can't force a patient. Because if anything happens, you see what happened in that video. It was not the manager that was under surveillance. It was nobody. It were just the carers. And see how they were dragging. The woman didn't want anything to be done for her. They could have just gone to call another person. There probably would have been another carer in that place, in that facility, that the patient or the client would have just accepted. And even if she doesn't, you just report and document that you made attempt, 3 of you made attempt, 4 of you made the attempt, and she refused. But no, they were forcing her, and look at that guy. Ridiculous that you raised a pillow and hit an elderly woman. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just want you guys to be informed. If you want to do care job, if you want to be a nurse, if you want to be a doctor in foreign land, there is no two ways about it. You just have to be patient. You have to be compassionate. You have to be tolerant. You have to be able to listen to your patient. You listen to your patient. They are the reason why you got that job. Listen to your patient and report any refusal. Don't force anything on any patient. Now they are going to go to jail. Yeah, they are going to go to jail. And do you know what that means to every Nigerian that is applying to a care job? They've just made life difficult for people in the UK. They've just made life difficult for anyone that want to work in healthcare industry that is African or from Nigeria. Why do people just pass through a path and just shut it? People just pass road, then go just close the road. I'm so pissed off. It is so disappointing to think of the fact that somebody who was brought up in a culture like that of Nigeria misbehaved and hit an elderly person. Well, I just want you to know, I just thought I should drop this here. Care job is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. It is like a calling. It is like a calling. And when you are called, you get the equipment. And one of it is patience. Patience must be your name. Patience must be your name. You must take that name, patience, to work in the healthcare industry. Or else, straight way to jail. Straight way is like the easiest way to get into jail in Western world is to go and do care job without knowledge. Go into care job without the knowledge, because a lot of these people don't have the knowledge. And if you don't have the knowledge, very easy. It's easier to say patient refused than all they put themselves through. Well, I just thought I should drop this and to also appeal. Please share this video, share it to people. Let people be informed before, because if you are not informed, you are deformed. If they were informed that there's a CC camera in every room, you know, the way you should walk in this part of the world is just know that there is CC camera everywhere. The first thing I told you is always remember the Almighty God, the eyes that sees everyone, is your CC camera. Because he said, whatsoever a man sows, that is what he reaps. Remember, you are not going to be young forever. You're not going to be young forever. You're going to grow old, and somebody is going to look after you. Even before you grow old, whatsoever a man sows, that's what he reaps. See, they've reaped what they sow. It didn't wait for them. And I give applause to those great children of that woman. Like every day, see so many scratches on their mouth. Please, please, think twice. If it's not for you, don't go there. You don't have to jack back from your country and be jailed in another country. You are better off in your country doing what you were doing than to come and jack back into another person's country and go to jail. Right? Thank you for watching. Please, like I will always say, do not end this video without subscribing if you have not subscribed. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you for always coming, and I want to appreciate you and want to appeal that you continue to share. Information is power. Information is the key. Information will keep you from a lot of problems. Please don't be the only one to get this knowledge or gain this knowledge. Share so that people will know and be warned. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you once more, and I hope this has been helpful. Goodbye.